Welcome to another episode with the ZooCru. On today's episode, we have special guest RonGZ, owner of Visionary Stock. Enjoy.
Man, where the hell you been, man?
That ass thing. Nigga, I ain't seen you since the last time I seen you.
Yeah, I've been MIA, low-key. I go ghost.
Bro, I love that about you. I do.
For real?
I wish I could go ghost more.
So why the hell you don't like it about me? I go ghost. Niggas want to have an intervention when a nigga see me.
You can't go ghost.
That's very true, but I can, but I can't.
It's
very noticeable if I do
You
something.
cannot go fucking ghost.
I mean, bro, it's not that I tend to. It's just I gotta lock in.
I be trying to tell niggas the same thing. I be trying to tell them that be me, but niggas always want to find me.
What you mean? What you been locking in on recently?
Just me. I just started smooth. Like I think last Monday I just walked out my last 9 to 5 just because technically it's just not me, bro. So I just been pushing my craft, pushing my personality, pushing my just me. That's exactly what I'm at. I mean, in every aspect.
You know, at the end of the day, that's pretty much all you got. And you know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to what you want to do in life, and like you are in control of all of that, so definitely I understand that wholeheartedly.
What the fuck you mean working on your personality? You got a good personality, man.
Yeah, but when it comes to like expressions or expressing myself, it's very, very hard for me.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like talking about like how you feel about certain things and situations. Or
And it's
something different.
In a sense, but just approaching and like a person in general, like your day-to-day interactions for me just
I was thinking more like relationship type shit, like trying to express how you feel about a situation or something. But
I mean, definitely that too. There's always room to grow in there, but nah. This is just more of expressing myself in the sense of like being freedom, like having the freedom of being you. It may sound weird, but that's really the end goal for everything that I've done. It's just I love the will of being me at any time, at any moment.
So is it basically like, you know how, we all homies, so we see your personality and stuff, but the world don't see it. So is it kind of like putting it to the forefront? Because that could be different. That could be difficult too, because it's like, I know how you are. You're more of a private person. So sometimes when you got to put yourself out there, I know how awkward that could be.
Yeah, definitely awkward. It feels like you're always under a microscope at times, and like any kind of error that you get is gonna be blasted, or maybe there's gonna be judgment because people are always gonna hate in a sense just because it's like it's you and it's your town, and then it hurts when it comes to like either a random or a stranger. It's just anytime I hear like side comments or anything like that, or like for example, be like your prices be mad high or some shit, but then I'll be like, bruh. At the end of the day, this is how I eat, and I do invest my time and my craft. At the end of the day, it's a craft that is a service. So, like,
You want to know something crazy? For me, it's kind of the opposite. I could tune out like the randoms and like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But when it be like different because it comes from
Be
people
on
that
niggas.
really it be on niggas like for real.
I mean, nah.
So when that comes to me, like I just be like, oh word, because I've experienced more along the lines of a stranger like supporting full fledged opposed to somebody I actually know.
which is fucking crazy.
No, it is wild. It is wild, but it's honestly the truth, bro. But it doesn't settle in, and I mean, not usually I brush it off, but sometimes it just hits, and I guess because business, bro.
Oh
There's
yeah,
ups and downs. Anytime you do anything, there's ups and downs. Anything you start. So sometimes the downs just be a little heavier than others. Sometimes, and you never know. But you hear a comment like that shit just throws you off the rails.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But-
Don't let shit be slow and somebody say some off the wall shit. Yeah, it hit a little bit. Yeah.
And for those that live under a fucking rock or whatever, this is RonGZ, Visionary Stock. Where I got my shoes from, but most of my shoes, even the ones I got on right now, Uh, Honestly, I can't even go in Foot Locker and buy shit no more because like it's just fucking weird. I feel like I'm doing a fucking I'm doing something dishonest or something like that. But I did want to ask you a question about even you too, Khalif, like being a business owner. Like, how the fuck do y'all separate that line between business and friendship? Because I ain't gonna lie, Ryan, man. When I feel like I should be getting a better price than these other niggas.
No, no.
Like when I walk in here, I be like, hell, how much that hat cost? You like 40. I'm like, how much it cost for me? So I feel like the price should be hit. Now I was just saying, like, I just wanted y'all to speak on that for just a second. That was one of the hot topics I had for y'all.
Go first.
Well, me, it technically comes to the relationship and the connection that we got. If you have been supporting, yeah, I always throw prices, bro. Like, I always throw good deals. Like, I necessarily don't really care about the profit. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the connection and really the interaction. I love the sell, bro. I love seeing somebody get the shoe and me acquiring it for you. So, like, for example, bro, I just bought some, like, Jordan 4 Vivid Sulfurs. Bought, like, 10, 15 pairs at like 230 each. I've been selling them for like 120, $100, $80 even, because like at the end of the day, is my L is getting like you a deal. It's not really a L, bro. I get an interaction. I get a good interaction. I get a good sell, and I get some money back in rotation. So for me, I really don't give a fuck about the bread. I care more about the people. Like,
That's what's always gonna set you different apart from everybody else.
yeah. Yeah, bro, I take that L. I take it to the chin. I don't blame nobody. I take it, bro, and I look at it as like, in a sense, I'm growing. Cause it's gonna be way better hearing that from somebody else. Like, nah, he threw me a deal, bro. Like it was a steal, low key. And then, or nah, he hit me on the head. He charged me for like 300. That shit is going for like $100. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, I feel like I come out winning. And I come out authentic. At the end of the day, we have to be authentic with what we offer, cause everybody else is maybe pursuing the same thing or they're in the same craft as you. So you have to be authentic. You have to be yourself, and that's how I be. That's how I show it. That's how I show love.
Especially like when it comes to the people who actually want to wear the shoe too,
Oh God.
because there's a lot of people. It get in the sneaker game, it kind of get a little shady because somebody will lowball you and then get it just so they can make a profit. But if I know I'm selling it to you and I know you about to put the shoe on, I gave you a good price or a good deal, I'm all like that does feel good because a person like, and especially when it's a shoe that a person always kind of wanted or they've been looking at for a while and you got a deal on it too. You walk in your stride be a little bit different when you know that happens.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. I feel that 100%.
Man, what the fuck got y'all into this shit, man? I just be wearing Vans thinking I'm that nigga. Like, I be hearing y'all talk about fucking, like, that's like the only thing I can't get in conversation with y'all about is like how I like the passion y'all be having with these shoes and shit. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers over here fucking talking about these goddamn
Look,
shoes.
I ain't
never
gonna
heard
hold
of,
you.
bro.
Blame my pops. That man has put me in good shoes since I was like in pre-K. Like I can't ever remember having a bad pair of shoes like growing up, in my opinion. So,
Damn, shit, I grew up in a struggle, nigga.
That's fine. That's fine. Nah, me, bro. Honestly, growing up, like I remember, I used to be like anti Jordan, anti anything. Like I was wearing Supras just because I seen Wayne wear Supras on like an album cover, and I thought that was the
I
shit.
fuck with the Supers.
Yeah.
oh, you remember those Terry Kennedy joints, the purple hot top joints?
Yeah.
I wanted and the red ones with the the black ones with the red bottom.
Yeah,
Those
those are fire,
those
those are
Terry
fire.
Kennedy
Yeah,
joints was fire.
yeah.
I could never get my hands on a pair of those.
Not no more, bro. They're hard to really get. But that's really where I was at. I was always trying to be different. But then I remember in high school I had class with the buddy of mine, and he used to just fucking be like, "Hey, bro, these are Air Jordan 1s. These are Breads. This is what the colorway means." And in my day, like I'm just thinking, like, why the fuck do I need to like know
Yeah.
this? But it's just weird when you're walking in your path. That shit just aligns for you, like it's meant for you. So I'm like, that information wasn't necessary until like a year later. I think we were kicking it at United. We were working, bro. Fucking early as fuck, warehouse work. That shit was ass. And I remember there was this off-white coming out, this off-white Vapor Max. And at the time, I was barely getting into sneakers. And the shit was like going for 500. And I was like, damn. I was like, let me just try. I was like, because it's like hitting the lotto. I was like, let me just try and see if I hit. And I ended up going for them. I took like 2 minutes off the line. I went for the shoe. And I told myself, I made a promise. I was like, if I hit this shoe, and I sell it for 550. Every shoe that I come in touch with is getting flipped, and I got the shoe, and it was like I spoke that shit into existence. I sold that shit for 550 exact, and then the rest was just history from one to another. Bro, but it was crazy though, bro. Like I would fucking get paid like for like $1,000, and I would spend $1,000 on sneakers. I wouldn't go like I would go without eating to get a pair of kicks just so I can flip.
But you want to know the craziest thing? Not to cut you off, but it's crazy. You mentioned United because
Yeah.
you remember the first time like
That place sucks.
It
No.
it did. They ain't there no more, so we can say that. But to keep it all the way a band, you remember that one time it was the Silver Bullet Vapor Max
Yeah,
shits,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
both took breaks off our lines to go try to get those shits.
God.
And luckily we both got a pair. That was my first ever sneakers hit. But I remember at the same time we was getting into the same thing. And like you said, like he was hitting a little bit more than me. Like his account was hitting the damn lottery. Mine, I was always, he'd be like, bro, you get him? I'd be like, nah, bro. He'll come back. And there's still no hate there because I saw his vision back then. Even with like the Doernbecher dunks,
Bro, I took a mean L.
the ones with the Clay, not the Clay Thompsons, what's that? What's the dude from the Packers? The 52s all over the, those right there is crazy. Yeah, yeah. Because the kid who designed them was a big fan of them, so they were the Green Bay Packer color. The SB is fire too, and it's like back then. That's one I'm gonna let him tell it, but like that was one of them ones. Like if he would have held and not like pulled the trigger prematurely on, that would have been some paper.
Bro, it's so crazy, bro. Like it's easy money at the end of the day because you can make a sell like and get like a quick 100, 200. Depending back then it was easy.
Oh yeah, everything was going for like over $50 to $100.
I was selling Panda Dunks, which is something that you see in every store.
The
now.
black and white shits?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was getting them at a good price, selling them for like 400. And like back then it was just crazy. Back then it was just like it was a lick. But
I still don't see why y'all was buying that shoe for $300 to $400. But then do you know what?
That shit's tough.
I mean, they're fire. They were limited back then. They were limited.
Yeah, they really were. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You got a point because when the dunks came back
Yeah,
into
everybody got them
full
shits now.
Yeah.
when the dunks came back in full fledged, like they were limited and stuff like that. So it was easy to get $100 off each dunk.
Yeah, on God. But bro, that dunk that he's speaking of, bro, I remember getting it for retail. And when I seen the shoe, I seen the details. That's when I was like, man, this shoe's gonna be a banger in a day, and like in like a year. But my ass was like, I needed bread because back then it was just check to check, and we were like, we said, bro, that fucking ass job. That shit,
Oh yeah.
it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best scenario. It was good because it was amongst friends, but it was a shitty ass job.
For us non-business guys, what the fuck is retail?
Retail is like what
Store price.
Store price, exactly what comes out for like if they're listed for 110, you pay 110 plus tax. That's technically retail. So I got the shoe for retail, and I was fiending, man. I ended up selling it for 150 to the store owner of request was Gabriel for like 150. He cashed at me or some shit.
That's crazy, you know that nigga.
But it was one of my first interactions, which was weird. It was weird. It was kind of like opening my eyes that you know, because he's a year younger than me, I believe. But like if you just kind of set your mind on a goal, you can achieve a lot. Because the dude's successful, big shout out to him. It definitely motivated me. But he ended up buying for like 150. I think I waited like 4 or 5 months. I checked the market and that shit was going for like 1,000. And then a year later they keep going up, and I'm just like,
nigga, that shit's just like a stock.
I'm just like, it taught me a valuable lesson because if you see something and you like it and it's just showing you signs that the details are just mad crazy, holding it could pay off in like crazy in the long run. So I kind of understood that there's value here. Maybe just seeing past what the market is saying right now, and if I can kind of stack the chips right, I can be set.
I'm starting to realize something about the fucking name of your company, bro. The Visionary Stock. Like I now just said, it's kind of like a stock.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the name, or where'd you get the name? I mean, I've been calling you Young Visionary for a while, but like, where does the name and shit come from?
Well, Visionary always just came from just me setting, because everything that I saw had to come from the mind. I mean, if y'all truly got to like know me, which y'all have, but I really don't speak on it. Like at 16, I was technically homeless. Like I didn't really have much to live off of. Like the only reason why I had a roof over my head was simply because my older brother found a friend that had an extra room. But if it wasn't for that, it was the street. So like coming from a position like that, and I always keep that shit to myself. But like really coming from a position like that to like where you can see yourself making like a flip off shoes, and then also just growing off of each connection and every interaction, and it kind of makes you feel like unlimited, like there's unlimited potential. Like being an entrepreneur was so crazy to me. It's something that I never ever thought I would be. But I mean, you have to understand, like it wasn't just that. It was also like my funds for school were cut off. Like school, college, that shit wasn't an option at all for me. So I had to figure out a way where I can be the man, but behind the wheel. And I've tried 9 to 5s. I tried that shit. It's just not me. And then I realized that shit. And, one day I have an event and I meet like 100 people and I get like 50, 60 sales. And I'm just like, nah, this is definitely where I belong. I just love the interactions. I love flipping and investing. It's a risk. It's definitely a risk, but I love taking it. And like I said, I decided to take the risk instead of eating, which is
I
crazy.
ain't gonna hold you. I love that for you because I seen it from the jump. Like you say, we skipping out on the lines, getting behind on lines to try to go for sneakers. And like I said, your account is hitting. And I saw like early on you hitting on off whites, Dorenbeckers, and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, yo, I see he can go somewhere with this. And a lot of people don't know. Like you helped me resell my first pair of shoes, the purple Jordan ones. I remember I was like, yo, I don't even know how to jump in or like he was like, yo, I got you. And then like I said, like an hour or two later, he hit me like, yo, bro, I gotta sell them for you or whatever. I came and scooped them or whatever. We drove all the way to Greensboro. I forgot where we went. It was in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was like, do I get out to it? He was like, nah, bro, just let me handle it or whatever. And look, I think I sold them shits for like $240 at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made like I think maybe $40 profit. I think maybe 30 to 40.
$4, $4.
I didn't even know, bro. I didn't even know, but it was something. It was something.
And I remember, and look, this is how it really is. We getting back, because I was on my way back, because we was going to the movies with my family or whatever. So when I dropped them off, I tried to break him off half of my profit, and he didn't take it.
Damn.
Yeah, I just just knowing, cause just knowing yo, you the reason I made the sale and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw you something. And then it's been plenty of times like he had to sell sneakers and he'd be like, yo, you trying to ride with me to Greensboro? I gotta drop off these sneakers and shit like that. Yeah. I don't look whatever goes down. I'm gonna make sure you don't get robbed and nothing like that. But that's how we go back we go back with that one. So
that's crazy, bro. I be forgetting about them shits. I be forgetting about those small moments, but those really are the small moments that make them shits matter, bro.
Bro, you know how many memories we got, like from the Beamer days, the Crossfire days. Like, come on, man, we go all the way back.
Oh God, bro. God. But nah, really, where Visionary came from was, I think, really just that. I hit that in my head, so you always seeing me like, yo, young Visionary. It's just weird, bro. I'm a big believer in God, and I feel like God sometimes uses vessels and kind of tells you what you need to be in without really letting you know. So you kind of have to really sit back and ponder and kind of really get to know yourself. But after hearing that, I started with T Visionary in like 2019, I believe. And I was like, that's just my vision on a t-shirt. I'm really going to speak my mind on it. And I think at the time was like during an election or some shit. Never get into politics if you fucking with business. But I tried to make a stance because that's the only way I could make a stance. So, but then I was like, let me just drop the T Visionary. I have somewhat of inventory because I used to be in Texas and like out of state kind of countries, or not out of state kind of jobs, just working, grinding, but getting shoes. But I would never see my room. My brother would just drop them off, but he would be like, yo, bro, you got like an inventory in there. You got like a stock room, bro. Like you can really take this shit somewhere. And it's always great hearing positive encouragement from loved ones. But like I never really saw it until I came back. So I was like Visionary stock, and I was like, all right, cool, that's rocking. Let's do it. And then then came Visionary Kids, which is solely towards the kids, which is dope as well. But that was heavily influenced with my previous partner. But I mean, we can get into that some other time. But it was definitely dope. It was definitely dope. It's all amazing, and it's just the start, which is why I love it. Because at the end of the day, I can wake up tomorrow and pound at it again, and then a different result may come out of it, like butterfly effect. You just never know. And that's where Visionary came from.
Yeah, I fuck with that name. It's always stuck with you. Your name on my phone is Young Visionary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just weird. That's just the lane I had.
I know you like them because you got the tattoos and shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the era that I would never forget.
That one with the eye is insane.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, because, like, that's actually you, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. And what's crazy on it was it's me when I was working at my old job. I didn't have time to necessarily get a spot, so I was really in my old fit, the New Balances and stuff like that. Which makes it crazy is when I quit that job was in Chicago. I was going through some shit, but I ended up quitting in some pair of New Balances 2002s as well. And I really quit for the same reason, which is always to chase the dream. And the reason why I have the staircase is resembling it's like one step at a time. You lay a brick at a time. and you build a wall at a time. It never happens overnight. Never happens overnight. And it won't happen unless you check in. And the only way to check in is to be there. And if something is taking you away from your dream, you have to cut that out and just focus on you. And you never know. You never know. Like my bills is always paid. I'm always fed. The people I love are always good, and I'm healthy in general. So that's how that's how I base my like that's how I base my richness. Like I am rich in general because I have people that love me. I have people that look after me, and at the end of the day, I still have the light and roof like on over my head. Like,
Damn, gang, I'm about to fucking cry.
Nah, cause it's crazy. Like being like homies with him for a long time, and like it's kind of like you see it, but you don't know the in depth with it. So sometimes even with like anytime any chance I get, like when people come in here and like they looking, do you have this? Do you not? If I know he got it, I'm sending them to him. Like or like randomly, I just post his stuff. I don't look for nothing in return. I know the grind to this. You know what I'm saying? One hand washes the other. So anything I could do to help out my boy right here, I do it and stuff like that. So I just like to see people win, especially if I know you. Like because some people will look at you as competition because we both somewhat do the same thing. But it's like, nah, man. Like, look, he gonna send people to me. I'm gonna send people to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you really homies and you cut from that club, you're not gonna compete with your man.
On God, bro. Like on God, I've always said it. Anybody that comes in or has like really got to know me or doesn't even know me, I always give advice. I always try to like give you encouragement to pursue your dreams or really just try it. If you're trying to sell shoes, fuck it, just chase it. I'm never gonna be the dude that kind of gatekeep or really hold anything behind. If anything, I'm trying to help. I've had plenty of sales where dudes be like, bro, you get into it? Do you buy it? Do you do this? I'm like, nah, I really don't know. But if you're trying to learn, let's link up. We can learn together. But those opportunities are never taken because people take it lightly. But honestly, I mean that shit with like whole heart, like full pressure behind it. Like, nah, fuck it. Like if we can figure it out, we can figure it out. Like I'm not here to fucking really like use you. Like I'm here to like let's just grow. Like fuck it, let's just see where it goes. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people like to flip the table and try to look at it like you're the bad guy. Maybe you're trying to use somebody, but no, not really, not really. I love giving encouragement and I love giving advice. And I always I talk about my L's all the time. I take L's most of the time. I take L's most of the time. But like shit, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's not an L to me. I got to meet somebody. I got to spread my name. I got to spread my brand. How's that L?
Hell yeah, man. I love y'all, man. I fuck with y'all. Like, especially like the whole, like, if I'm going through some shit, niggas gonna know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm posting that shit. I'm like, damn, June, June, alright, June, alright. It's like, damn, it's like, I make that shit kind of known. And I wish I was more like y'all in that instinct. Like when y'all was like, bro, you say you was homeless at 16, bro. I'd say shut the fuck up because, bro, you'd be at school fresh as fuck.
I ain't even gonna hold you like this.
Nigga.
Like to hear that though, like,
it's like
I had similar struggles too going in high school too. So it's kind of like, but like you say,
the same thing with you too though.
That's what I was gonna say. So you wouldn't think because like we didn't wear it that way, but it's like. It was some times where it was real.
Y'all niggas real in the back and scrubbing them damn shoes because that's what the guy y'all feel fresh.
Nah, but this is really how kind of you hold yourself. You never know what somebody got going on at
home. Oh God,
you never truly know. So like really the way that's kind of was like I guess the way I expressed myself was always through like clothing or shit.
I wasn't about to say that was like my escape too because it's like getting fresher. There's nothing better than like getting fresh or putting something together and it's like that was my escape. I could use my imagination. I could be free by like expressing myself while wearing colors. Yeah. It's been plenty of times Junior look at me and be like, bro, like, are you matching? But it's like, I'm big on complimenting my colors. Yeah. And that's one thing I did learn from you too. But I took some style tips from you because it ain't always been matchy, but it's like the colors just complement each other. Like they match, but they don't match, but it goes.
But it goes 100%, 100%. But nah, bro, I really just you gotta really just rock a smile and just carry that shit on your shoulder. Because at the end of the day, the only person that can get you out of the situation is you. I mean, yeah, you can have a lot of help. Yeah, you can have a lot of backup. But like really when it comes to like one-on-one, when it comes to those late night conversations where it's just you in that mirror, you gotta look up and be like, bro, the only person that's gonna fucking get me to the top is gonna be me, bro. And that's really what I live by. And I mean, people try to knock it, bro. People try to just step in the way or really try to talk down on it, but like how can you talk down on it when really rock bottom was like homeless, didn't know where my next meal was gonna come from, and like it's just crazy.
It created a different hunger in you too. It's like you like once you get that first like whatever goal you hit on your own, and then you just keep doing it. Like it creates a beast.
Yeah. Nah, and honestly, it's very very vivid. Like you know how like the perception of reality. Like when you have vivid dreams and then you kind of have deja vu, like put that into perception and think about it like, yo, what if really your mind really creates what you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do in the reality that you live in? So what if what's stopping me from waking up and having a few storefronts and fucking a goddamn Bugatti sitting outside? Nothing.
Nothing.
So like once you realize that and once you realize the potential that you have within you and you fucking beat yourself up and you come out all right, you wake up the next day, you realize that you're technically like unstoppable. And we all have it in us. Like
Yeah.
it's the
That
craziest
dog.
thing. It's just the craziest thing. It's just you have to be there and you have to check in. You have to be
Yeah.
there.
A lot of people gotta have that support system. It's like I feel like y'all don't. I feel like I need more people to support me, like just to be doing normal basic shit. But I feel like y'all are different when you're an entrepreneur. Like y'all sometimes y'all don't have that support system, but you still gotta get up, grind every
It's gonna be a gang of no's.
day.
Like you know how many times like it ain't always sun shining over here.
Like nigga, I'm gonna get paid on the first. I'm gonna get paid on the 15th.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is like.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's like
you wake up and you like, nigga, I can make $2 million a day, or I can make $2. So it's like,
you feel what I'm saying?
Like,
that's crazy.
It is wild, bro, but you have to really love it. Like on God, it has to be you. It has to be a calling.
And discipline. Even when getting in the money, like you gotta know what to do with it, know when to hold, fold, and all that type of stuff. So I learned that like that full fledged.
Oh yeah, and that is a great point to say. Like resellers is not just getting a shoe and reselling that shit. It's not just as easy as that. You literally have to fill every role in a position. You have to fucking interact with the customer. You have to have customer service on par. You have to be great. You have to have a fair price. You have to still make money on top of that. And then on top of that, you have to realize how to break that down. I love breaking down my profits. I love breaking down the retail price. I look that into detail. I have sheets. I have Excel sheets. I remember my first sale. I remember my last sale. All information, all data.
And another thing. Shoes come out every damn week.
I swear to God.
Like, bro, and you never know, like...
Shit don't stop.
Shit can have some hype to it, and then when it comes, the hype dies, then it could be a shoe that, like, nobody even cared about, and then next thing you know, like, a famous person like Travis Scott can just wear it on stage, and the stock goes up.
You just never know. You never know. But that's why, like, there's an art to it. There's an art to it, and everybody has his own different flow. Everybody has their own different style. Everybody has their own different entity when it comes to it, which is why I love it. Like, I meet store owners, I meet vendors, I meet other brand people that are choosing it, and it's just like we all are kind of hungry in the same sense, but we all show it in different aspects, which is amazing. It's so dope. It's so dope.
And you could tell the resellers who just in it for the cash, like who don't really give a damn. Like you could tell by their prices, how they interact with you. Like they be like, look, Panda Dunks is so low right now. A nigga will still be like, man, I want $450 with it for him. Take it or leave it.
Man,
like
he's gonna leave that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could just tell, like how a person rock when it comes to like. Or if they really care about like their customers and consumers and shit like that.
We got like a couple segments tonight, but to end this first little segment is I always feel like guilty when I ask you this question. Yo, what size do you have in this? What you got in this? What you got in that? How the fuck are you keeping up with all this shit? Cause it's like you send that shit so fast. Cause I'm trying to get my mom something for bro. I done got my mom something for Mother's Day twice in a row for my boy Ron. Like. Like, I would just be like, I'll just get, I was about to say, get the bitch some shoes. I just I love you, moms. I just get you some shoes, you know what I'm saying? Hit my boy Ron up. And the thing is, bro, last year, I was like, yo, I kind of forgot what size my mom wears. This nigga Ron knew, bro. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Side note, he don't never have my size, you know what I'm saying? He don't never have my size in the good shit.
Ron knew. He already knew what size she wore because I bought for her previously. And then on top of that, he sent that shit so fast, but what I want to know is how the fuck you keep up with, like, what sizes you got? Because if it's me, I'm thinking a huge-ass spreadsheet, but how do you do it?
Well, really, there's several ways that I have. If I'm not near the spreadsheet or I'm near the phone, I normally do memorize the majority of my inventory. But if it's not that, then I do have the Instagram updated usually. So I have photos to kind of give references. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know the names or the brands. So they want photos, right?
Yeah.
So I send the photos, but I have to double check that it's an inventory. And this is all coming from like experience just because I have messed up before. I've sent a bunch of like members or clients a bunch of like inventory that don't have, so it makes it awkward. It's a bunch of awkward
That would
conversations.
upset me as a customer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
So
like, man, damn.
I learned early that you have to be on your on T, and the only way that you can is by being as updated as possible. So I do have a spreadsheet. I do have a spreadsheet that continues all the sales, and on the sales I do incorporate names, where I met you, what the form of the payment was,
They got
the
the notes
size
in
that
the
you
spreadsheet. That's crazy.
the size that you bought, like literally every little detail. And if you if you give me an email, I'll put that thing in there. And because at the end of the day, it's registered as LLC, so everything is being reported, everything
Facts.
is being on paper. So I'm not hiding anything. So
Yeah.
everything has to link back to an actual person.
No offense, I didn't think you was that squared away, my boy.
Yeah, no,
I ain't no flack to you. I just didn't know you was flat. Fuck, that's crazy.
it's
Like
def-
it is,
That's
it
crazy.
is dope to hear
Like, my
that.
man
You like
said
where you at
notes
with
and
it.
what size shoe that they got. That's crazy.
it is, but I mean, it definitely wasn't just me alone. I did have somebody backing me up, kind of providing me with insight, and also giving me that outlook on kind of giving structure to the business. Because at the end of the day,
That's a lot of structure.
yeah, when I first started, like the first year, it was just L after L after L. I was really just trying to get money afloat and just getting that shit floating. But like every shoe I would get, I was taking an L on. So I was like, what's going on? What's the problem? How can I kind of center in on like what is trending, what is popping, what sells for me? And the only way was just getting as much data as I can. So every sell after that first year of being like taking L's, I was like, let me lock in. Because I think I remember I wrote down like I was negative $929 the first year I was in. So I was just like, damn, that's not. I love this like selling shoes. I love it, but I'm losing.
Yeah,
Like
niggas
this ain't cool. This ain't cool. So like the next year, we started kind of incorporating, and then I started just looking at it more as a business, and then I realized there's seasons, there's quarters in it. So I broke it down to Q1 and Q4. I started looking at every sale, and then I started just incorporating as much information I can from it. And then after registering as an LLC, I had to really be on my P's and Q's, because you have to register how that income is coming in, where is it going, and how is it being distributed. And the only way you can do that is if you have data to back it up. So like every sale, I have to really kind of beat myself up. Like as soon as I make a sale, I write it down on my notes, and then as soon as I have time, I go to my Excel sheet and I update it as soon as I can. But I mean, it's a lot. That's why I said when it comes to reselling, especially when you're taking it as serious and you have to report it, like it's a lot to it. Like it's not just me selling shoes. There's a lot. Is I have to play my accountant. I have to like do everything right, and then I also have to please the member, or not the member, the client. And by pleasing them sometimes means taking L's, and I report that as well. I mean, it's cool. It's fine. Like, let's just keep it.
But with hearing all that, people, stop lowballing my mans. You know what I'm saying? He gives you fair prices already, but you know what I'm saying? Don't try to argue a fair price.
The price, nigga.
So yeah, hearing all that, don't lowball my man.
The price.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna get better price.
Me too. You know what I'm saying? If you ever get my size, all the good stuff he never get in a size 11. Like, I be looking like, bro, like
What the
sometimes
hell?
it's been times I be like, yo,
What the
Ron,
hell?
go for this size, like this shoe in a size 11.
Yeah.
I don't care what you want for it. Just go for that. He never get an 11, but he gonna come through for me one of these days. You feel me? It's all good.
yeah.
Bro.
Like I said, it's just the beginning. So like when it comes to sourcing, when it comes to buying, it's all gonna become better. So
Especially when you get like multiple storefronts and shit. Thought you were going first,
What's good, my boy?
Man,
What's good with it?
good. Hey man, sorry to waste y'all's time, man. I fucked up segment 2. Not gonna lie. But I think that was a rough draft, because what we got right now, this shit's looking amazing. Not gonna lie.
This segment gonna be way better. So I mean, I done added some stuff to it. So you know what I'm saying? It's all good. We gonna get right.
We're gonna get right. First, let me get my boy right real quick off this Don Julio. Tell me when to stop.
Oh yeah, you good.
Y'all niggas some alcoholics. Like what's
Hey
going on
man,
here?
fuck on focus. We ain't focused on me or Ron being alcoholics right now. We focusing on some sneakerheads.
Let me just introduce myself real quick. I'm RonGZ. I'm the owner of Visionary Stock and Visionary Kids. This is segment 2. I know it's weird, but it's a kind of new day, new fits. We brought some more heat, some more kicks. So let's get into it.
I'm kind of glad you said your name right this time because I didn't touch on that the first segment. When I know you call him RonGZ or whatever, but
I'm not sure when I started either.
But the crazy thing about it is, like, me and him was kicking it one time, and like they would call him Ron G. He had Ron, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So one day we was kicking it, and when I took the snap, I just put Ron G's. And it's crazy. I didn't think he took like heed to it. So until one day, because I think his IG was that Torres kid or whatever.
That the hell?
So then like one random day, I just saw he changed that to his name, and it made me happy because I'm like, yo, like I was like the first person to say that. And so to see that he took heed of that and like made it his name and he ran with it. I can't be nothing but happy and proud of that.
And I'm glad he did mention that because that is a lot of people do ask me where I get RonGZ because Jeezy's usually considered with some stuff in New York or like Gonzalez, right? But my last name is Torres. But my last name is Torres. So at the end of the day, I asked Khalif, well, yo, what is G's or what is GC? He's like, nah, it's something northern that we give to like people who are kind of real. And I was like, so I kind of just got that, ran with it, and that's just been with me. It turned into my identity, but that was shout out to Khalid because he did give me that photo, and it was like,
I didn't know that.
It was like Ron G's, but I go by Ron G's, Ron Jeezy, Ron. It doesn't really matter as long as you know me. We locked in. We family, especially visionary family. But that's really where it originated at. And I remember flicking through my photos and looking at it, and it was like Ron G's, and I was like, damn, that shit kind of sounds cool. That shit like roll off the tongue. And I liked it way better than my real name, which is Ronald. So I was like, let me stick with this. And it became my whole like persona.
And the crazy thing about it is where I got it from is the part that my family from in New York is on Far Rockaway. So everywhere like I've heard it growing up, when I would go there and visit, and even my older brother, everything is what up G's, like G's, you were ill, like so. When I would hear Ron G, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put G's to it, and I'm glad it stuck though.
But yeah, it was fire, bro. It was like it hit me like light bulb above my head type. It was fire.
God, speaking of fire, man, boy, what y'all motherfuckers got on? Man, these motherfuckers got me out my comfort zone. I done bought the what the hell he ones.
When you call them the what the hell he
Burgers?
What
are these though? What are these?
Those are the with the co-op dunks. Those were like a Japan exclusives or whatever, and like sneakers finally.
Japan, so they fake.
No, man, that's China. No, my bad. We ain't even gonna go there with that. But those were like a Japan exclusive or whatever, and they took all the best like regular dunks or whatever, like the college ones. So it's Syracuse. Yeah. You got St. John's, Michigan, and you know what I'm saying. So like those are like the main ones. So they mixed them all together. Kentucky, you know what I'm saying. So they just put it all together.
I fuck with these, man. I'm usually a Vans guy, so I stepped out with these. What y'all got on?
Oh, I got some Yeezy 700 V3s, the mono sapphire joints, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. When I think of Yeezys, I don't know why I automatically just think about the other.
Oh, the 350s? The ones that like Roches?
Yeah. Those are the most popular ones.
Oh, right.
I hate
what other
shits.
Yeezys they got? They got those. You had the boots on earlier type shit.
Yeah, the boots is over here. I had these are crazy. I bought these on accident.
On accident?
Yeah, retail's like $650.
$650?
But the reason why I bought them was because in 2016 when these first came out, they were going for like $1,600, $1,900, like 2 bands type shit.
God
and I was like, damn, I would kind of just want a pair just to have a pair. And then when I finally had them, I said,
oh, they say Yeezy on the front of hose.
Yeah, I just never show them that.
What size these hose?
These
they
are
look big.
These are 9.5, but they kind of.
Wait, we were the same size?
Yeah, 9.5. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do. Can you put this back?
Yeah, I got you.
But now, what I got on my feet today are the Amo Manier 3s. These shits is fire, bruh. There's a lot that goes into them. I'm gonna take them off just to show you. But like on the heel tab, it gives you like little hints and notices. Let me go ahead and show the screen real quick. But it's fire, bruh. Just the little details.
That's crazy. You would have never even know. You would have never even knew that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but like
I don't never know.
I'm into like the small details and everything, and then like kind of the message on the other one is kind of like you got your own path you got to take alone, and like once I hear something that I can kind of attach to, I connect, and a lot of these shoes have like a small meaning to me, or really a huge meaning to me. But that's really why I kick it with shoes, just because you can attach memories, emotions, really who you are, and express yourself. Because I'm not really too expressive, especially when it comes to speaking. But that's what I got on my feet, that's usually how I express myself. My bad for ranting.
Now, I'm glad you said something about like how shoes is a way to express yourself, because that it really is. Like every shoe has like a story, like the hunt. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot, you know, to get this stuff or acquire some of this stuff. So when it comes down to it, it's like every shoe has a story, and basically like you knew where you was at in life when you know what I'm saying, you could remember the feeling of where you was at in life when you got them, and like, you know, some shoes you took L's on and you be like, I had to come back and get them even though I paid resale, and then ain't nothing better than a retail dub. So you know it get wicked, it get kind of extreme with this.
Hey,
it's a lifestyle.
We got two people that brought in some kicks. The only thing I brought is what the hell and some Crocs, but my boys brought in hella kicks. You feel what I'm saying? Khalif, what you bring in?
Oh, what I brought in? All right, so boom, we're gonna kick it off with this. Disclaimer, I only, you know, my boy, he's big on the J's and all that type of stuff. I only have one wearable pair of Jordans in my collection.
Really?
I'm not against Jordan at all, but like, it's so many other kicks out here that like, you know what I'm saying, that's how I like to express myself. So anytime you see me, you'll pretty much see stuff like this. Like, you know,
What are those?
Look, man, Charles Barkley, shout out to him.
Oh, that's Charles Barkley shit?
Yeah.
I fuck with Charles Barkley.
What's crazy is I ain't old enough to watch homie play and all that, but like this.
Did you watch ESPN though? His shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
nigga
yeah,
funny
yeah.
as hell, gang.
But basically, with this shoe means something to me too, cause like my pops, like when we have sneaker arguments and stuff like this is one shoe that he always he mentioned, not this particular colorway, cause my dad likes all black sneakers and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, like for years he would mention this shoe, and like he showing pictures of him having the all black versions.
Oh shit, that's tough.
So what's crazy about it is every time I wanted to get this shoe, it was always like maybe 3+ or whatever. I kind of got these for retail, like I want to say a year or two ago. These actually just came back out not too long ago, like a few weeks ago. They brought these back out, but this is like a pair from like 2023 maybe. So this right here.
Wait, Barkley's came out, so Barkley got his own line.
Yeah, he got his own like line with
Like
Nike.
with Nike?
So these is from the 90s. This ain't nothing new.
Shit.
This is like what he actually wore.
Them shits do like they from the 90s though.
Yeah.
You can see like that with a little suit type shit. The little like
like a jumpsuit and stuff like that. Second of all, you know, my Bart Simpson dunks. These mean a lot to me too. These was a gift for my birthday and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, from a person I used to date or whatever. So she gifted me these. The crazy thing about these
gifts are the best.
The craziest things about these is it's like,
nigga, you ain't worn them shits.
Most of these shoes I haven't worn. Like I've worn these, and you know we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, these came out. These was a shock drop on the sneakers app, and they did it so sneaky that like nobody really had time to even like get them and whatnot. So when it came down to it, you know, this is one that was always on my list. And
what shoestrings would you wear these hoes?
It depends on the mood. It depends on my mood. But you know what? I would put the green ones in there because of the skateboard or the slushy.
Green? I thought them hoes was yellow.
No, but that's a good question, because I was gonna ask, like when you get shoes with a bunch of shoelaces, what do you rock with, the OG pair that it comes with, or do you have a certain thing that you go with?
It just all depends on the mood, because like I might have like a shirt or something like that, or that color might be somewhere in there, and I could just throw it in there.
Yeah. So my go-to when it comes to ones, especially because I got a pretty good collection on ones, but I just brought really the ones that I like. So when it comes to like Chicago's or really anything white toes, I always start with white laces.
Nigga, you brought the same two shoes, gang.
Nah,
them shit's not the same shit.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference, gang.
These are Union ones, and then these are Chicago ones. The lowers is the same thing, but the uppers is from the Shadow. So if you get these, the Shadow ones, which I brought as well, these are like from 2016.
Oh,
these
damn.
are the reimagined. But they got these two, and they just mixed it in. But they really came back with the old school leather.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing the difference in them hoes now.
Yeah, cause really I beat these up, bro. I wore them, I worked in them type shit, and then
it don't look like it.
Nah, it don't look like it at all.
Oh, these crazy.
And then quality in the reimagined is crazy as well. But this is the old quality though. You can tell it's kind of been worn. Not really, cause I really take care of the shit. But I'll show the camera real quick.
Yeah, them shits all, bro. Them shits is crazy.
And fun fact, the lost and found ones, not the Union ones, the lost and found Jordan ones is the only Jordans I got in my collection right now that's wearable.
These right here.
Oh, what you mean wearable?
Like, cause beforehand, you know what I'm saying, I had older Jordan models and stuff, but like they were beat up and stuff like that. I don't wear.
Shit.
So like, But honestly, that's the only pair in my collection that's wearable. My mom had got rid of my older kicks. A little situation happened, and she thought they were old, and I wasn't gonna ever use them. But I was gonna keep all that stuff, and she threw them away. So a little heartbreaking. But
Yeah. I cut you off with how you be lacing them shit. Like we were talking about the shoestring.
Oh no, he was asking me how do I or asking how like what you keep in there.
So it really goes with like the majority of the shoe. If there's like white toes, gray toes. If this was black, I definitely wore black. But normally it's the shoe that the lace that it comes with OG. And once they get beat, once they get dirty, is when I try to like clean them and then get a new look. So that's when I throw a new pair of laces on. Like
shit, I ain't gonna lie, man. Speaking of beat, them shits right there beat the fuck up, gang.
These.
Uncultured swine. Like?
Nah. Believe it or not, these right here made me cry, man. They were given to me as a gift.
Y'all motherfuckers be getting gifts like that for man. What the hell?
They were given to me as a gift. On
Believe
Christmas.
it or not, they clean too.
They were given to me as a gift on Christmas, and the funny thing was, after cleaning them, she was like, "Hey, yo, she told me, she showed me, she was like, yo, I was cleaning the bottoms for like an hour or so, thinking that I could scrub that off, and she was like, then I started researching and realized that that's how they came, but these are the Nigel Sylvesters, and the crazy thing was, when I wanted these, the only pair of ones I had in my closet were these. And these I spent like my first check on. Working at United is the old furniture spot.
That was the whole check. No offense.
On God.
Bro, United's a terrible.
I bought these.
We all worked there. Shit was trash.
Yeah. I bought these used, but these were the only ones. And I used to go to the mall and check out the shoe store, and I used to just look at these, and I used to pick them up every week. I didn't want to.
That boy low.
I didn't want to spend like the $380 on the time.
380?
Yeah,
bro. Back in the day, 380 hurt.
That was a steal.
380 for those at that time
Nigga,
was a
380
steal.
back in the day hurt.
It did.
Nigga, that shit hurt.
Definitely, I wasn't gonna eat for a minute, but
ramen straight noodles, nigga.
The thing is, I missed out on them, and then they went exclusive. They weren't even in the stores. They weren't really around, and they were given to me. So those right there are probably like the most sentimental pair. Those two, really, but these I would definitely keep.
Bro, mis zapatos favorito aquí está allá, loco. Jaritos.
In English, please.
Sheesh. My favorite pair that my boy got here is these Jaritos, my boy. I wanted these shit so bad. Man, when he was showing these shits, I was broke as a bitch, gang.
The crazy thing
I
about it,
I thought about dipping into the savings for these hoes.
Nah, but
the
craziest thing about it though, I don't never hate on my mans and nothing like that. But when you in the sneaker game and you hear a person get a sneaker like this for retail, you get a little salty because you know what I'm saying. I know if I don't hit, you know what I'm saying, I gotta pay that $400-500. You feel me? So to see my man's hit these for retail, it was like I was actually happy for him, but I did have a little something to say. But you know what I'm saying. But that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying. It's pretty much. Like
I
sneakers
like these shits.
I'm gonna hit
I overheard y'all when y'all because these niggas listen, bro. These niggas will jump into some nerd shit. Like it sound like Chinese when these niggas be talking about these kicks because I don't be knowing what the fuck going on. But they caught my ear when they said like something about the motherfuckers right there. Like you can like customize them and shit. And like I'm thinking like Nike IDs, you can customize them. And I was like, damn, that shit gotta cost a grip. But them niggas talking about you can peel them hoes off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with SBs they always have like a secret layer or some do. Not all.
What's SB?
Skateboarder.
Yeah. Oh shit.
The difference between the regular SB and like the dunks that you have, your dunk has like a slimmer tongue, and the SBs always come with the fat tongue.
Yeah, them shit's thick as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so these skateboarding shoes.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So
them niggas be skating in these hoes.
On God.
Off on hoes.
They
That's what I do.
But these aren't SBs.
No,
those are regular Nike dunks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see the tongue difference.
But they still have like a story attached to them, which is cool. But the SBs also have that. The only difference would be like just the fat tongue, and then probably like they have more
padding and cushion.
More range.
All right, man. Y'all know me. I rock skinny jeans and Vans. Am I supposed to be showing the tongue out? Am I supposed to stick the tongue out?
I personally don't.
Or am I supposed to cover the tongue?
I always cover it.
Yeah, I wasn't big on like they call it a tongue fuck or whatever. I wasn't big on that. Yeah. I always like mine to go over.
Cause the fit.
Oh, they always go over. Plus y'all are always rocking like bigger jeans. I be rocking skinnies, gang.
No, I wear skinnies too. You can't really hide the tongue in those. But when wearing skinnies, I suggest probably wearing like dunks or lows, something with the low cut.
Oh, so high tops, no skinnies?
Probably not. I mean, that was.
What about shorts?
Shorts, high tops is fine, but probably not recommended. But
what kind of socks with the shorts?
Definitely high socks. If you're wearing ankle socks.
Dang, I like no shows, bro.
I mean, that's okay, but you look like you're going to preschool, my brother.
Yeah, I kind of do look crazy with
I'm
this
sorry,
shit,
brother.
Do they gotta be Nike socks?
No, it don't matter. It can be Hanes, it can be whatever. But like me personally, I even got the like a suntan or like a permanent like sock mark where my high top socks are. I'm always wearing high top socks, so I'm biased. Don't listen to me. But that's personally my opinion.
Right now, y'all got more style than me.
Man, I don't really wear shorts, so you know what I'm saying.
You don't wear shorts.
Most of my socks be high socks anyway, but y'all don't really wear shorts though, so it don't really be mattering to me.
Man, what was the goddamn hype with them clown shoes, gang?
Oh, the big red boots.
Yeah.
That shit's
Bro.
fire, bro.
Me
I've
and
never
him
seen.
both
I've
got
only
a pair of
seen you
these
wear
shits.
once.
I
I've never
wore-
seen you wear them.
I
only
wore
seen you
mine
wear
at least
in
3
one of our
times.
podcasts.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
People be saying
the
shit to y'all
Gemini
when y'all be
joint.
wearing them.
See, they're not as functional as you think. So
You
the
can't drive.
you can't drive. So even if you see me with them on, I'm a passenger.
Oh, type shit.
So yeah, they're not as functional, and the box is big as hell. So you kind of, taking them shits places is kind of. But believe it or not, that's one of the most comfortable things to put on your feet. Outside of like trying to walk, but like if you just sit here chilling, you don't even really realize they're on your feet till you try to move.
Dude, trying to move is like moving bricks.
Oh yeah. Because this part right here, it don't really bend, so it's like it's pressing against your shins and shit.
But and once you put them on, bro, taking them off, it tastes like two people.
That shit crazy as
See,
fuck.
I got a size 12 though, so I didn't get my regular size, so I can slip mine right
No,
off.
I think these are 10s, man. I mean,
Oh,
I can
word?
slip it off, bro, but I need some help, man. Especially if I'm sweating, it's like I'm becoming an Astro Boy or something.
Hell yeah.
Damn shit. I didn't know we could bring A6 in this motherfucking be straight.
Those are not A6, bro. Those are Sauconys, and not only that, they're not just any Sauconys. Like it's a designer from the Bronx called J Tips. His name is J Tips or whatever.
Oh,
And,
them
um,
shits are kind of tough now. I'm looking at them.
And
Let me see those.
these are his
Oh,
collabs
like
and stuff like
J-Tips.
that. J Tips, like
Bro,
he's
where
kind
are
of
these
keeping.
goddamn shoes? Why are you not wearing any of them?
Bro,
Honestly, I heard
look.
a lot about the J-Tips designer, and he's been going.
Wait,
He's
what are-
been
wait,
going
what are-
crazy.
wait, what
He's
are
keeping
these?
Saucony alive.
Oh, you got these from Flight Club.
Yeah.
And that's a crazy story about these
Can't
two
have
though.
money, let me hold $1.
Wait, how much did he go?
Those like on the resale market, I think I paid like $240.
Oh, where?
I think
that's not
retail they was like on like 180. They was in the
What
180
color?
I
range.
want to
Pink
say
or purple?
180. But honestly, what you mentioned, June, like the Sauconys, the A6, everything like that, is becoming the new trend, like trendy now. Like
Right.
back then, it wasn't really that trendy.
Yeah,
wouldn't
you would
really
get
see it.
clowned for that, but
Yeah.
now you know what I'm saying. With collabs like and all the collaborators, they know like okay, even though Jordan is never going anywhere, that's never gonna go nowhere. You can't stop
Nah,
that.
but it dies out.
But they know like the newer trends and what like the newer kids want to wear, so they're attaching themselves to things like this, opposed to just doing a basic Jordan collab.
But it's not even that. I feel like when they go with Saucony, Asics, or Reebok, or any Puma, or anything like that, they have more range of being creative with the shoe. I feel like if you had a Jordan 1 and you gave it a J-Tips, they probably wouldn't give him the range that you would have on a 1.
Yeah, he probably couldn't do all the colors he want to do. Like he can't modify anything. But like you say, like with Saucony, they giving him full creative control, so he can just. And not only that, this was like his fourth model. The man got like 7 models, and like all of them are fire, colorful.
Fire.
And like the crazy thing about it, I'd like to see girls wear his stuff too, cause it's like it's like unisex stuff. Like
Girls need to be wearing sneakers too, but y'all can rock them. You can look good, but
exactly. You
anyway.
know, I like all my females in sneakers, so you know what
I'll
I'm
take
saying.
it back. I take it back. I'm taking it.
Well, look here, man. I like all my females in sneakers. The heels is cool, you know, when you be trying to be, you know, in that sophisticated time. But on a regular basis, I want to see my shorty in some sneakers.
Yeah. I fuck with them Toro Bravos, my boy.
Toro Bravo. You gonna quit calling them shits that, man. These are not Toro Bravos,
Nigga,
bro.
them Toro Bravos.
These are Nigel Sylvester.
Nigga, that's the second Nigel I heard. Them Nigel too.
Bro, Nigel been cooking up with Jordan.
Who
He
the hell
keeping
is
Jordan.
Nigel?
Anything,
I know.
anything Nigel, I'm grabbing.
I know Virtue, but who the fuck?
Virgil, Nigel.
I know Virgil. Who the fuck is Nigel?
Nigel Sylvester, he from Queens too.
Yeah.
Shout out Queens, get the money.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? He a BMX
Oh,
bike
word.
rider. So that's why
He
his
be
shoes-
riding in those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Shit, that's crazy.
But
That's
nah,
why all his shoes say bike Air on the
yeah,
back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
peeping.
so
I'm peeping.
So
I'm peeping.
anything with Nigel attached to it, just with my emotional attachment to the Nigel ones, I'm grabbing. The only ones I don't have would be the 4 lows. So if anybody has the 4 lows, reach out to me, size 9, please, but don't hit me in the head. Alright. But yeah, these are definitely fire, bro. They came out, and I think they're probably the most sought out shoe this year right now.
Is it suede?
It's suede, and then it's mixed with the leather upper. With like a skateboard grip upper, like
My
the real
nigga,
suede
I can't wear no suede, gang. I can't keep them motherfuckers clean for
But I ain't
shit.
even gonna hold you.
You can
Like
get 'em dirty.
fun fact about this shoe though. Look, I actually sold a pair that I had in here to my boy Ron, right? And I will say, if those were a size 11 and not a size 10, bro wouldn't have got this sneaker. I ain't gonna.
I don't blame him though.
He wouldn't have got that. Those would have went straight to the toe.
Because that shoe right now, I mean, I think when the market first came out, they were sitting at like 300 to 500, 300 to 400. But people were taxing around 5.
Sheesh.
But market realistically was still early in the stage, so I was like, man, it's a risk. But in this game, the sneaker game, you gotta take risks. You gotta just, if you feel like a shoe is good and you see the patterns and stuff like that, just jump on it.
Bro, I love that you're calling it the market and you're saying patterns, bro. That shit remind me straight of stocks.
I love these are investments. These
I
are
love that
investments.
shit,
It
bro.
really is.
And even when you say like, well, I need to wear some of these shoes and stuff like that, I mean, I'm not in a rush because you know.
You just holding on to them hoes.
But not even that, but you know, sometimes you know, good sneakers require good clothing too. So you can't just just throw these on. But even if like, just say tomorrow, these shits could go up to like $800, and they're dead stock, I can get them off.
No, honestly though, the market really depends heavily on like what the company is doing, what Nike is doing, or really what anybody's doing. And the reason why ones and stuff has dropped in like market value is just because it's oversaturated. They're really
Oversaturated. What the fuck does that mean?
Like imagine
Too many.
like
Too many.
like
Too many.
ones back then. There's probably like 1 million pairs that came out, and then now those came out supposedly they were like the highest stock. There was like 1 million, 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah,
so there's
definitely.
already a hell of pairs. But the thing is, you go even though the market is low, they're not in stores. They're not really necessarily anywhere. So like it doesn't really make sense. I really don't understand what's going on there. But regardless, there's always a market. There's something you can base it off. There's always a value behind it. It's not necessarily high like gold, but sometimes it is.
It's the
like
same shit though. It
It's
drop
crazy.
off, like it drop off, come back up.
Yeah.
But you like if you don't wear them, it's just like, bro, because some niggas ain't buying no used shoes. But like if you show me some shoes like that got the little foam shit on the inside of them, it's different. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing about it, a lot of people are buying used shoes because like more people buy used shoes than you think they would. Because honestly, to keep it a band, like just say, all right, so boom, check this. This is like my favorite phone posit.
Yeah, this
right?
nigga love phone posits, bro.
So look, it took me 8 to 7 years to even locate these, to get these in my size.
Asteroids, right?
Yeah, like it took me like 7
What these
years
is?
to get Asteroid phone
Oh,
posits.
now you done wore these though, huh?
I wore those, I beat them up. But and it's crazy because like I can't remember the actual year that they came out, but I knew it was like 2010s type vibe, right?
Yeah.
2010?
Yeah. So
Nigga, that's like
I didn't
nigga,
get my
that's
pick-
like that's middle school.
Yeah.
but to keep it a bit, I didn't get my pair to like 2017, right?
Oh.
'Cause it took me some years to actually get them to find them my size. So boom, if I was to get a new pair right now, these are going for like $700 on Flight Club, right?
$700?
I paid $350, but the thing about it is, if you buy a new pair, it's kind of like running the risk of like aging and the glue not being used. So I could take 2 steps and this shoe could fall apart on me. And I done paid $700 opposed to me going on eBay and getting a used pair or beat up pair and getting them restored for like maybe 200, maybe 150, depending on what is wrong with them. So a lot of people are going that route because locating like older shoes from the 90s that people are starting to
That
bring
shit
back.
be tough.
It's kind of it's tough. So like, especially if they're dead stock, who knows? You could take one step. You could try the shoe on and the whole bottom just fall off.
Yeah, that's true. But on that used comment, bro, I really don't buy anything used, and if I do, it has to be OG everything, like box, shoelaces, shit. If it came in a bag, and if it came wrapped with a sticker, it better have the damn sticker. But that's me. I'm a collector, right?
Yeah.
But the only things that I bought used is like the top 3s and my off-white 5s. But the
Oh, damn.
And the crazy thing about it, these look better beat up in my
Them
opinion.
shits are nice.
yeah,
What color are those?
These are like
Off-white
off-white, like a
sails.
Oh,
like
off-white,
a
obviously.
sail. But really,
Okay, I'm seeing the off-white tag.
These are these are fire, bro. But the thing about them is
This might be my favorite number.
the 5s.
Yeah,
But
or
the-
the 9s, maybe
but
11s.
The thing about them is once you wear them, you can tell. And I've cleaned them, and I'm a pretty good shoe cleaner. Self plug. I clean shoes. You gave me up. But and then you can't really take off the wear on them. But when it comes to personal shoes, I think buying like Heat at a good price that has only been worn for like photos or maybe worn once, and if like you're okay with the condition, you're okay with everything that it comes with, and you know they're legit, definitely cop, bro. Because if you're looking out for your pocket, you're looking out for your pocket. Ain't no shame in it. But a lot of the stuff is retail, like the Doritos, the Chicagos, the Unions, the fucking Shadows. The only thing I don't really pay resale that much, and you know, thank God, thank to the most odds, because my pocket will be hurting. But it's just been lucky, bro. It's just like a calling. Like once you're really in there, this comes natural. It comes natural.
Man,
But yeah, like I'm gonna give out the sauce. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna give up the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only 2 times of the year where people ask you what you want, right? So I grind all year, try not to ask my parents for anything, right? But when it comes to my birthday and Christmas, and they ask me what I want, I hit them in the head for my grails. Like the sneakers that, you know, the market done went up, I done took an L on, because you can't really say no to me, especially on my birthday. Christmas is
God.
iffy. Christmas is iffy, but when it comes to the birthday, that's where you really can't really say no to me.
To my boy RonGZ.
So boom, like even with the
21.
with the Yeezy Wave Runners, I wanted that shoe since 2017. Last year, shout out to Mom Dukes, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was like, look, I tested it though, because that was like a $500 shoe. It's been a $500 shoe since the release, like on the resale value. So I was like, you know what? Let me see, work my magic. And when I was like, you know what? I know she gonna say something about this $500 price tag on this shoe. So she was like, "What you want for your birthday?" I was like, "This." I already had it like with the text and all that in the cart. I said, "This right here." When I turned the screen, I'm thinking she gonna be like, "Boy, bye." Like, I'm not paying that much. She said, "Okay." When she said that, I kept it cool though. I kept it player, but nigga, the kid in the inside of me.
Man, you the baby
But
boy.
you never know, bro. You gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, people. You know what I'm saying?
So
Take that from the
what's
kid.
your holy grail right now you don't got?
Holy grail. Oh, the Travis Scott SB Dunks. That's one shoe. If I ever
Talking about
have
one Brian's got?
That's a good. No,
Brian got those?
I
Alvarez?
don't think so. No.
I don't
What Brian
know.
Alvarez
I don't
got?
know what he got.
I
He
don't
got the
know.
Travis
No.
Scott?
He got
He
the
got the Travis Scott one reverse
the
bucket.
That nigga got multiple.
Shout out,
that
Those
nigga got
are
multiple
fire.
Shout out,
shoes?
Brian. I sold those. To
Those are fire too.
Yeah,
Those
shout
are
out my
fire
boy
too.
Brian Alvarez.
But I ain't gonna hold you.
He got multiple shoes out?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
He
this
got-
nigga sponsored like an NBA player?
Honestly,
he's
That's insane.
he's that big. You know what I'm saying? All
That's
his shoes
insane,
do
yeah.
numbers. From like
That's
no
insane.
matter
Oh,
how.
yeah, he know his shit gonna do numbers.
All his shoes
Yeah.
is numbered, but the Travis Scott SBs and the way they dropped, I missed the damn drop. They dropped when he won the damn Grammy for Astro. Like in the middle of the Grammys, Nike sent out like a alert or some shit, and they sold out in under 2 seconds.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. Somebody knew this shit was coming out. What's your holy grail right now that you don't got?
Right now that I don't have, that I'm looking for, and I don't know if I'm ready to get, just because they're like 7-8 bands around there, maybe a little bit more. It would be the Off-White Chicago ones. As you can tell,
yeah.
I love
yeah,
Chicago.
I even
facts,
know about
facts.
those.
Yeah.
Facts,
Those
facts.
shit's been out for a long ass
Yeah.
time.
I ain't
Been
even
out for
gonna
a long
hold
time.
you because I'm thinking like when
Would
you
you
said
even
7
wear?
to 8 bands, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
know the dunks will probably be like 20, not 20, but
like
2,500 or something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
but that's crazy. That
Man,
is
yeah,
wild.
y'all going crazy, bro. My holy grail is the flu games.
Nah, bro. I mean,
You could get those.
Yeah.
Those
you
just
get
came
those.
out. You could get
I
those
want the
for a
flu
good
games,
price.
bro. I want
You
the
get
flu
those,
games.
but, like,
Why is that your grill though? Like, 'cause I know
Bruh,
you're not
it's a
been in the
story.
street.
Yeah.
It's not honest, bro. Like y'all were talking about earlier. Like honestly, I never really peeped like the stories and shit. But it's like the story of it. Like I love the NBA now because making some bread off the shit. But like actually knowing the story of it makes it more. It enriches the shoe and shit. So like nigga was sick, flu game. Like he had the flu. Nigga still went off. Wearing the flu games. Like bro, yeah.
You gotta keep going,
Flu
bro.
game,
You gotta
bro.
go. You gotta
Flu
keep
games.
going, bro.
Them the bitches I want so bad. And of course I want the Kobe's.
Those are fire.
And I do
Yeah,
want
those
the
just came out.
I like the
Those
what
just came out,
the.
right?
Yeah,
They just
fact.
came
I want
out.
the what the. So and man, R.I.P. Kobe, man. I like Kobe shit. Like honestly, I didn't really fuck with Kobe shit like when he was alive. But like
me too.
honestly, it's the same way like with rappers and shit too. Like once they pass, you start listening to their music and shit. But it's like now that Kobe done passed, R.I.P. my mans. So I fuck with his shoes more.
I can't say I fuck with Kobe shoes though because of my foot is kind of wide. I like them, but I can't wear them personally. But the only Kobe's that I actually really want was those Easter Kobe's that
Oh, those are fire,
went to
yeah.
like 3 different colors. They were like yellow, then
Like
they
a
went.
python.
Yeah. Those right there. But I was big on LeBron kicks though. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not big on
That's
LeBron
the-
as
LeBrons.
a player, but from LeBron
corkscrews.
8 to like 10, nigga didn't miss at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
speaking
barely-
of
he
LeBron,
barely-
speaking of LeBron,
Sorry, bro.
look
But
here.
You talking about the pure platinum?
Yeah, my pure platinums, bro. Like, but
Yeah,
the
I
crazy
think
thing
Zach got
about it,
them shits.
but the crazy thing about it is I grew out of them because I was wearing a 10 at the time.
Oh, when did you let his shit?
Yeah, and
he used to have a LeBron 9s.
Not the
They were
10, they were the 10.
slightly too big for me, so I let my
The
boy
10
hoop with them, and I don't think I got them shits
And
back.
the crazy thing about it,
my
because I
God.
remember I was like, at that time I couldn't fit them, so I'm already hurt that I can't fit this damn shoe no more.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so Junior he don't know about about sneakers that much, or he don't care about them, but that's one sneaker he would always be like, bro, like, oh, yo, like, I like those. So I'm like, I can't fit them. You know what, June? Here, take these, my nigga.
Yeah.
I gave them to him. Like, this was so hard. It was a hard pill to swallow, but I gave him the shoes. And I was like, bro, do you ever, like, you know, you still got those? He said, bro, I gave them to somebody to hoop. I ain't never seen them again.
So,
bro, that shit hurt me more than, like, having to give them to you. Like, damn, bro, I thought
I
they were
owe
going
ET
to go.
a pair of they're white and navy.
The Olympic six.
I owe ET, I'll get you a pair of them hoes,
those
gang.
are fire.
Oh, that nigga a pair. Them shits is fire, bro. Every pair I see niggas with on, them shits is crushed.
They just came out right now. Well, not
And
too long ago,
they
but
still
they're
put a low.
Yeah, they're still sitting. They're still
Yeah,
sitting.
Hey,
you
ET,
can
I'll
get
get you a
them.
pair of them hoes, gang. I know you watching our shit. Hey, bro, what's the value?
What you mean the value?
All this shit, including the Timbs, because the Timbs is tough, the cheetah Timbs. What's the value of all this shit we got right now?
Ooh, a rough estimate.
And don't try nothing, gang, because never mind. Don't try it.
Facts though.
Hey, don't try it, gang. But what
I'm gonna let my boy Ron estimate this one. I'm gonna let him.
Are we talking about like all of these hoes? Like including the Timbs, the red boots, the Crocs over there, the what the hellies? Damn, I'm gonna get a pair of them hoes.
Oh, I got a story about those. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I got a story about
I get all three of them hoes.
I'm trying to.
Are you trying to get all three?
I'm trying to complete.
This nigga Ron calculating like.
Wrong guy.
Cause what's that BS song? It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
I mean, I kind of stopped counting, bro, but roughly, I want to say it's between like 6 to 9 bands.
6 to 9 bands.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. 3K.
Yeah, just because I stopped counting around right here, and then the off whites are like 600. The pirate black 600, so that's like another 600-700. And
What's the most expensive we got right now?
retail off of retail?
I mean
or
now,
off
right
of
now,
resale?
like what's the
resale?
most? Yeah, resale.
I think
Fuck a retail.
I think it might be that.
Oh, the
right
Toro-
now.
These shits, the nigga, stop calling
I'm
them
so
that.
sorry.
But yeah, these going for like 7 right now.
It
700.
depends on where you go, though.
Oh, that was yours or his?
That was his.
But
Alright.
depends on where you go. Because
Flight Club,
If you go to Flight Club and you look for these pairs, the Nigels, the Unions, them shits might be higher than these shits.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
No. But to keep it a band, I looked at the Nigel ones, the other night or whatever, in a size 11. They're like 5.
Okay, so it really depends on where you go.
So
But,
okay, speaking of that, where do I go? As a non-sneakerhead, you feel me? I'm buying Vans from the
I'm gonna
Vans
keep
store.
it all the way a band. I've always been a Flight Club
Y'all
stadium.
niggas got
goods type
product
of
glasses on? Y'all niggas got fucking money. Sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. You said Flight Club the way?
I'm gonna say Flight Club or Stadium Goods, honestly.
Stadium Goods.
But nothing is better than a retail dub. So if you know when sneakers are coming out, Sneakers app, the Nike app, or like any retailers like Foot Locker. But I'm just saying, like, but if you're going on a resale and you, because the only reason I say go into like Stadium Goods and Flight Club, to be totally honest, is because if some bullshit do happen, you can actually contact somebody. I've gotten a few fake pair of shoes from GOAT and StockX, and it's hard as hell to get in contact with anybody.
Yeah.
So
which goes to show, like, when StockX may show the cheaper price, but then again, you never know what's in their inventory because legit checking shoes nowadays is extremely hard. So if somebody is taxing, I mean, they may be taxing because of their customer service, so they might have somebody that actually
Which
picks
makes
up.
sense.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, it's a service. Like, imagine you just spent $600 and you're trying to get a refund because you got a legit check and they're fake, and you're trying to reach out and there's no reach out, or if they do, it's a delay of like 1 to 3 weeks, and you never get your bread back, so you get stuck with that L. Vice versa, you go to either a local reseller or you go to like Stadium Goods or Flight Club, where you have somebody that you can call and you can get that reassurance. I mean, there's a reason why you pay that price. It's not necessarily just because like, damn, they're eating. Like, nah, it's not even that. Like, damn, these shoes, something happened. And if you have somebody that kind of like get back to you within that like hour that you hit up, like wouldn't you feel a lot better with that? But you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that because not everyday thing. It's not every.
I pay for that.
I'm
Amazon
paying
pick
for
up
it.
that phone quick as a bitch. Swear to God.
But I ain't
man.
gonna lie to you, I'm paying for that every time because of the two situations that I had, and it was like and sneakers cost, like, you know what I'm saying, like these ain't cheap sneakers, so you at least want to get reassured that you're getting something authentic, like the medium curry dunks that I got at that time from StockX. them shits came.
Shout out that boy Curry. He's
and
shooting right now.
That not that same Curry, but I'm
Oh,
talking about the
God
actual
damn it.
Curry, like you know. But the crazy thing about it was StockX, they got 3 days to ship the shoe. It took 2 weeks for them to even ship the shoe, and then I got the email that my shoes came through customs. So I'm already like, okay, whatever. This is weird. Then when I got the shoe, everything was off about it. Everything. So that was a process. But then also a girl I was dating also got me the reimagined threes off of GOAT, right?
Yeah.
Now and it's crazy because
threw them bitches away.
now the crazy thing about it though is it was an anniversary gift. So
Damn.
and look, I was talking about that shoe because I'm not big on Jordans, but it's certain like numbers or certain ones I put on. So she gets them, but she was surprising me with them. But even when she even said when I looked at them, it was more along the lines of like something's not right here. But I'm not. She's not a sneakerhead to know
she ain't gonna
that.
know.
So even when she sent them to me, like when I opened them, I mean, I'm excited you got them, but then it's like as the sneakerhead in me, I know something's off.
Yeah.
So we took them to a local sneaker boutique or whatever, and like got them verified. At first, the dude was saying like, what makes you think they're fake or whatever? And I'm like, so it's just something off about this shoe. He compared his to a pair they had in the store. Everything was off. Nigga, Jordan instead of wearing
dunking the wrong way.
Look,
That
the
nigga
jump
going
man,
through the
look,
legs.
the jump man didn't have what's it called, like the sneakers on. It had
Right.
toes and whatever like this.
Oh, man.
Then Jordan's bald. Why does this nigga have a hairline?
Nigga, Jordan ain't got no
Nah,
hairline.
nah.
Jordan ain't had a hairline.
That's what I'm
since the
saying.
first
Like,
championship.
it was a
Before
lot
the
of
first
shit, but
championship.
I know there was a lot of quality control
I was
issues
about
with
to
those.
say QC's been tripping on fucking pairs. When it comes to like
QC?
SBs, which is
Quality
quality control.
control.
Quality control. A lot of like the pairs like Chicago's or what else? Like something blue that was leaking.
So with the military blues or
Yeah,
something
maybe,
like that.
Maybe. But like a lot of the shoes necessarily, if the quality is cheaper, what makes you think what's gonna happen in storage units when they start bleeding and shit like that?
Yeah,
and
you're
letting
right. Yeah,
pairs like
yeah.
that
I'm
go
glad
through.
you said that.
And with so many fakes rotating around the market, like you gotta think like these guys are literally pumping and dumping. Like it's a stock market.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They're like it is crazy. Like the shoes I got on my feet, they were $800 at one point. They were supposed to keep going up. Now I looked them up this morning. They were $280. I have a pair right now in rotation or in the closet for inventory. If somebody wants, shout out Visionary.stock for like $280. I'm taking a huge loss, but I paid $585 on them, and they went down. So shoes, you
Those
never
went
know.
down that much.
They went down that fucking much.
I might have to add that to the list then.
Oh,
I ain't
God,
gonna
got
hold
so
you. I might have to add that to
if
the
you're looking
list.
for a grail, if you're looking for something right now is a good time. What I've noticed is a lot of the new releases have been creeping up on market, like the Metallic 5s and shit like that. Fucking Nigel 4s. There's a lot. This year's a good year for shoes coming out. But
Is there different quarters that them shits be like lit at, like summer, winter, fall?
Ooh, it depends.
Because
It
the
depends.
stock market be the summertime every time.
Cause some certain shoes
Yeah.
like
Summertime stock market always crash.
certain
and I
color-
be bag be I
certain
be stacking my bag in
colorways.
the
Certain
summer.
colorways, it depends because they might drop like a fall colorway
Oh yeah,
in the
colors
summer, right?
do match. Yeah.
So look, they might not do good for the summer, but then as soon as that weather change, that shit might shoot up. So you never know. It just all depends.
let me see, because I keep numbers of everything for me, and I think normally when I slow down would be like Q4, Q1. So for me, like when I do good, it's between Q2 to Q3. But it depends. It's really different. I break it down into seasons like that. But I can't really recall. But one of those quarters that throughout the year I'm always slow in, and I do want to say it could be in the summer, but it picks up because of like back to school shopping.
Type shit.
Like as a reseller, you have to pick up on those events, even though you don't really feel like it's an event. But
Yeah.
you gotta understand.
It is though.
At the end of the day, it's kind of like psychology. You gotta understand, as a consumer, like when are you most likely to spend? Like
And to
around,
buy,
like
type
around like an event, or around maybe like if you got kids going to, which is why
Shout out to Visionary Kids.
shout out Visionary
Shout
Kids,
out
which
them.
is why I hate Visionary Kids.
Get them kids right too. My boy got what they need.
I got everything. I mean, I got from like basic stuff that I can only go for like $40 to like stuff that for kids that you can get for like $500, $300. It's crazy. But like it depends really how much you kind of want to spoil yourself and your kid at the same time. But like that's why I brought Visionary Kids, because when shit got slow, I needed new income, and I thought like how it's gonna hit some more money. Which kids shoes is honestly a great opportunity. A lot of the times the kids shoes make more money than the adult shoes, because the kids
I'm
shoes,
spending more on my son, on my
not,
daughter.
Not even that, but the kids shoes for like back then they used to be like $60, $40 to get them
Yeah.
at retail. So I'm
Yeah.
selling them. No offense to everybody hearing this. I mean, it's sauce, but at the end of the day,
Business, gang.
business is business, and I am sourcing these shoes. I am going on my way. I was selling them at like $100 a pop. So I'm making like $40 on each pair, and I'm selling
Yeah,
them,
$100 ain't shit for my little nigga.
and I'm selling them like candy, bro. I'm selling them like candy. But like that's I love visionary kids. Not everybody really focused on it. I noticed when I was going to these events that not a lot of people had kids shoes on their table, and if it was heat, they didn't have much. So I was like, let me just pick up on this niche. Let me be a little different, and now I'm known for like a guy with smaller shoes. But I'm trying to work on adult pairs, but adult pairs are just so much harder because they're so much more expensive. So when it comes to like the business aspect, I'm looking for where I can get more profit. And I mean, the kid shoes is booming.
Damn, my boy, I didn't think it was about the profit.
It's not necessarily about the
Nah, I'm
profit.
just fucking with you.
but, like,
Hey, I'm trolling.
At
You
the,
think we doing this for our health?
I'm trolling. I'm
it's
trolling.
not necessarily about the profit, but it's also about like, okay, I'm selling shoes for like 180 plus or 150. The less thing that I have is probably like a T-shirt that's like $40 $60 that I made myself, or I can offer anything where between like 40 to like and up, and it'd be a kid shoe. It'd be something that you can like, you won't think twice when dropping the bread. But I also do need to have somewhere where I'm not looked as like an asshole, or people don't really like think twice. So like I
They will
had to
call
be
you
creative.
an asshole.
I
They
had to be
will.
creative. I have a hella people that shit coworkers. I just had an event not too recently where coworkers were looking into like bank accounts and just me in general, and they were just talking shit like looking out from in. But like it's crazy if you really take the bigger picture into it, because a lot of this stuff is not necessarily a currency. It's more of like I haven't invested in shoes, and but if I would want to, I can walk anywhere and start selling these shits. Even at $100 a pop, I'm coming out with like 20, 30K.
Hell yeah, my boy. I got a couple more questions for y'all. I got 2 more questions for y'all, matter of fact, because we got to end this motherfucker soon. But, man, if y'all could collab with anybody, who would it be? Or what would it be? What brand would it be? Who would it be with? Like, what would y'all collab with?
I'm gonna go Nike. I'm gonna go Nike.
I mean, obviously. Come on, bro.
but-
Narrow it down some more.
But when I say Nike,
Because
because
the
most
foams, the ones, the twos, the threes.
not
like,
I know people
J's.
go with J's. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna either do a foam posit or SB dunk, or something crazy from the '90s that hasn't been retro.
He gotta go phone posit.
Definitely. But like honestly, something crazy that like that ain't been retroed in a while too. Like it's certain sneakers, like there's certain Griffies that I like. Did my research on, and I kind of want not only that what's the other shoe, like the Barclays. They keep bringing
Barclays
these
is
back,
crazy.
but Barkley got so many other kicks that's like need a retro, like the Godzilla pair. I want a pair of those. I'd do something with those, like Penny Hardaway.
All the fuck with the pennies.
The penny ones is crazy to me, so
Hey, y'all hear that
I would go
thunder?
Nike. I'm gonna go Nike with that.
What about you, my boy? Who you collab with?
For me, most definitely, I would do like a Jordan 1 just because of my emotional attachment to him. But really, honestly, on God, like if I wanted to create with somebody, I just want to see how somebody works and thinks, is Kanye. I'll go with
Yeah,
Yeezy.
on God Yeezys.
I'll go-
On God
I-
Yeezys. I was thinking the
yeah.
same shit, gang.
Yeah.
It gotta be the Yeezys.
Just because
It gotta be the
I
Yeezys.
really, he was there for me through, not necessarily there for me personally, but there for his music or his artwork, or really just in general, just being yourself and standing out, even if it's against what people are thinking.
Yeah.
Just being you. And you don't understand the freedom of being you, which is why I chase Visionary. Because at the end of the day, it gives me the freedom of being me. It gives me the freedom of being RonGZ. I've tried 9 to 5s. I don't like talking to bosses. I don't like doing that shit. I like being behind the wheel.
Boss.
So, like...
You give me boss vibes, gang.
I mean, and then,
That nigga is
and
a
then
boss,
honestly,
though.
having a big
Both
support
y'all niggas
circle,
are.
like your friends, your family, your loved ones, saying things like, I see you in better shoes, or I see you in bigger shoes, or I see a boss, just shit
Literally.
like that, those positive encouragements, even though they're small, they keep you pushing, they keep you going, because when it's just one-on-one and you in that room, shit, you need anything to grasp to for motivation. And then sometimes, like, my boy Junior hits me up, like, shit, my name on his phone is, like, Young Visionary. And, like, that Visionary shit just been following me. That's why Visionary is, like, Visionary Stock, Visionary Kids. That shit's just been me. That's just been following me. It's been, like, it's my ID, it's my persona.
Well, I'm 10 toes behind you, my dog, no matter what we doing.
Oh,
We
God.
gonna get through that. Hey, bro, that shit don't matter. Last question, and everything off, man. Fuck all these shoes. Y'all gotta keep one.
I was gonna ask it, but I had another question too, though.
Oh, go ahead.
I
Lights
ain't even
up.
gonna hold you.
Lights up.
Okay, so I know I got crazy stories behind some of mine. What's the craziest story about any shoe that you ever had to obtain, or like something crazy happened around it?
I have so much. I have so many stories of shoes where I've gotten L's in more than I've shoes that I've gotten dubs in. But like the shoe to me, I don't think I necessarily got them here, but it would be like the Great Fives from.
Don't you got great files over there?
Nah.
What's
but,
them?
Those are aqua 5s. Those
Aqua
aren't grade 5s.
But the
Sorry,
great,
I don't know my shits.
I don't necessarily have them, but I have more stories on the shoes that I've lost that I didn't have, that I didn't get. And imagine like I'll just give you a summary. Like I pulled up, I was 15, barely had enough money for the shoe. I pulled up at 12 in the morning, the day before. So like and the store opened up at 8.
The day before is crazy.
So the store, like,
That was the chase, though. That was the chase.
On God, I pulled up
The day
like at
before
10.
is
I
wild.
pulled up on 10 because, you know, I was like, I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to chill out, boom, get the shoe. And I was first in line. I ended up dipping because my boy said, let's go to Greensboro, which is a 30-minute drive. I'm a dumbass. I said, let's do it. Fuck it. I went from first in line to 60th in line. Back then, camping days, the lines used to lap around the corner, grown men.
And you might die.
And on God, and then it would be a
that
bunch
ain't
of kids.
funny, but you might die.
It'd be a bunch of kids in there, and I was one of those kids, like, camping out, like, literally just camping out. Just said, fuck it, no sleep, no nothing. I ended up not getting the shoe. But, like, when it comes to the most emotional shoe, it definitely have to be, like, Nigels or anything, like, top threes, like the first pair. Like, I literally spent my full check on that shoe, and I didn't give a fuck. And honestly, when it comes to the shoe game, if anybody's trying to become a reseller, it's just a wall that you have to break down, and once you break it down, you realize that you're gonna be okay. When it comes to spending bread, when it comes to spending especially on investments, like let's say I spent everything I had on my paycheck on that shoe, but like my purpose was to resell it. But my paycheck was $380. I spent $360. I come out selling the shoe for $420. Shit, that's like 60 or whatever the math is extra that I never had. Now it depends on what you can do after, and it depends on the discipline that you got. But you can really keep flipping this shit, and it's honestly it's just crazy where you can go with it.
Yeah.
It's just really, really crazy where you can go with it because it's so quick. Yeah, some months may be slow, but the months that are quick make up for all that, and you have to check in there for yourself. But it's just really, it's wild. The shoes is wild. The shoes is so crazy. But a lot of people never know into it or never know much about it until you get into it. So definitely
Just
get
know
into it.
small numbers add up. Before I get into my crazy story, right? You know what I'm saying? Before we end this or whatever. But yo, check it. This shoe right here will forever hold like a place in my heart, and not just because of the colorway and it's the SB.
Them shits are tough, bro. Especially honestly, they're not that. I mean, they tough right now. You throw some glasses on with them hoes, they start like flashing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is 3M. So if like you took a picture of this,
And I love that.
this
I
is
love
gonna glow.
Concord
The eyes
glows.
are gonna glow and everything. But the craziest thing about these sneakers cause so much havoc with the sneakers app, and not only that, because you had to scratch and peel. Like you had to scratch the shit off, and like once you scratched
I
it,
forgot about that shit.
it was like it'll take you to it, and people was like you couldn't get them.
Yeah.
But the skate shop in Greensboro, Stolen Skate Shop, they did a raffle, and you could get 3 raffle tickets for all 3 colorways, and whatever one they pick, this is the color you get.
Yeah.
So on the way to go, like I had my day planned out, right? I had my day planned out and shit, and like me and a certain person was gonna hang out or whatever and kick it. But you know, I asked the person, can you go with me to the skate shop and we gonna get these raffle tickets so I can increase my chances to win, you know, at least 1, 2, whatever, or maybe all 3.
Help
That's
your boy out.
So that's what I'm thinking, you know, that's gonna happen. On my way to go kick it with the person, they got arrested. The person gets arrested, right?
Free the game.
It just ain't meant to be.
Nah, look, the craziest thing ever. So on my way there, I get the jail call to go, you know, pick the person up. So I'm like, oh, snap, like, now the
they're
raffle
picking them
ain't
up from
from
there.
like, it's like 12 to 5. I timed it perfectly so we could go, you know what I'm saying, do our thing. So, you know, by the time, so that threw a curveball into it. I think by the time they released the person, it was like maybe 4:30ish. And like, luckily, the damn county jail or wherever that shit I picked the person up at is right around the corner from the skate shop. So everybody, you know, are you okay? You know,
Bitch,
give a
I'm
hug.
fresh out. Bitch, I'm fresh out.
Nah,
Move
look,
the fuck out the way.
look, like-
Maybe I'm glad you walking, but
Cause I ain't scared to go the fuck back.
Hey yo, dead ass though. Everybody like, oh my god, are you okay?
Nigga still holding
look,
the bag.
Look. I'm like, okay, that's cool and all, but I was like, yo, y'all know the skate shop right around the corner, right? Everybody looking at me like, how did you're still thinking about shoes? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
sneakers,
hell
the
yeah,
fuck?
man. I'm
Ain't
trying to
never
get
forgot.
these. So boom, long story, like, but the person that was supposed to help me didn't even have her ID because of how shit went. Luckily, she had a family friend with her, you know what I'm saying, that like, that could, you know, help me out in it. So we go get the tickets, we go get something to eat, and you know, now we're processing the shit,
Yeah.
but the phone rings. And like she was like, yeah, this is such and such, and they was like, you got the buttercup colorway or whatever. I didn't get a call, but so
somebody did.
But somebody did. So I got the shoes the next day. But like this shoe will forever like hold a place in my heart. And I'm gonna never forget this shit.
So that story too though.
Dead ass though. But luckily I ain't had to come up with no bail money, so that was another plus with that situation. But this shoe right here will always be like something I remember.
So if y'all gotta throw all these bitches away, keep one. Which ones?
Ooh, damn, bro. Don't make
Which ones y'all eliminating? Hold on, which ones disappearing?
Everything. I'm just keeping those.
Which ones?
The Nigel ones.
So these gone.
Yeah, everything's gone.
These gone.
Everything's gone.
These gone.
Everything's gone.
These gone.
Everything.
Everything.
This nigga started cleaning for real.
They said these gone.
Yeah.
Just the Nigels?
Yeah.
I could have just these, and I'll be okay. And the reason why, because you gotta look at yourself, and you gotta look at your character. And I'm big on expressing myself through what I wear. And these were already beat from the box, brand new. So what I mean by that is like any relationship or anybody that you meet, as long as you're authentic and as long as you're you, even with all the bruises that you have on yourself, as long as they accept you for fucking you, bro, you're gonna be amazing. Like, and this is exactly why, because this shoe's $500.
And they go with everything. Like it ain't much you cannot wear with that.
On God.
What about you?
Oh, when it come to me, it's hard.
Which one's gone, gang? Start taking some shit.
I ain't gonna lie, like
damn.
I'm gonna keep these.
Gone?
No, these ain't going. This the shoe I'm
so these gone.
And
these gone.
Yeah, all of that shit is gone.
Damn, gang. Even I'm gonna take them home with me. Nigga, I'm gonna take these two, gang.
But I ain't gonna hold you. You know why? But the thing is, look, I love foam posit, but I don't have the foam posit that I actually want, because it would definitely change if I had the pearl foam posits from He Got Game, the one Ray Allen wore the whole movie.
But you got those?
If I did have those, that would have been. But those come out later this year, so I'm gonna have those. Yeah. I don't care what I gotta spend for those. I'm getting those. But this is the shoe that I would keep. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if I didn't have the because I don't have the pearl foam posit. So this shoe right here, because it's just looking at this shoe the way it is like it could go like. It gives you a boot vibe in a sense, but they actually are comfortable. Hard as hell to get off and on.
But not even that. I mean, there's also sentimental attachment.
Because my pops, he showed me a picture with the all black, and I have the all black ones too. I did that just to piss him off because I was gonna give them to him, but I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna put these on, because I need them in my collection. But yeah, this shoe right here does have like a lot of, and not only that, I forgot my older brother too, my dad's first son. He had a picture like in the project hallways with these on. So this shoe is like just full circle for me, you know what I'm saying? But between like wanting to be like my pops and my older brother. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these.
Yeah, hey man, thank y'all for watching, man. Hey, if y'all need some kicks, y'all already know who the fuck to go to, man. I don't get my kicks from nobody but these two niggas right here, man. Big shout out to my boy RonGZ, Visionary Stock, Visionary Kids. My mom damn near cried when I gave her them 350s, my boy. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, that was lit. I like how you put that together too, and you put a little bread in there too. I see that.
350 with the 350s, gang.
My boy, that's love right there.
Hell yeah, man. Hey man, bro, if y'all love kicks, man, like these niggas do, like I'm starting to fuck with them too, man. But I really hate because I'm about to start spending hella bread on these hoes for no reason. Not even for no reason, just because I fuck with them. But man, y'all gotta lock in with my niggas, man, for because this is what these niggas do. Like what these niggas do, like especially my boy Visionary.
My boy do it on a different level too. So look, whatever I don't have, I'm definitely sending you to him, and vice versa, and all that type stuff. And oh yeah, pops, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to my pops real quick, you know what I'm saying? But
hey, shout out my boy Pops. Come on the goddamn show.
Look, he don't know, but you got these are my birthday gifts. You already know these are my birthday gifts. These are coming in my closet on June 20th. So you appreciate you my G.
Hey man, y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that shit. If not, I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck for real. But we making content for y'all. We make content for us for fail. Y'all already know what the fuck going on, man. Visionary Stock, Parkway Style. Hey, y'all already know ZooCru. Y'all already know what the fuck going on.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes.
Hey, until next time, if y'all want to come on the show, y'all already know what the fuck to do. Hit our inbox, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what the fuck going on, man. Bitch ass niggas.
And I'm back outside too.
Oh, God.
And I'm back outside. Just to let y'all know that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Please have a seat. Thank you.